For the past 2 years, something new has been going on in a suburban area of West London. For those unfamiliar with the area, South Chiswick is a residential suburban area in West London, surrounded on all sides by major traffic corridors. To the north lies the A4. To the east, the A316. And to the west, behind this pedestrianised section, lies the South Circular. Historically, the small residential roads of South Chiswick were often inundated with cars trying to take a shortcut from one major A road to another to avoid congested roundabout junctions. Cars once used to queue for 100 metres along this residential backstreet to access the A4, a major motorway heading westwards out of London. But today, that route no longer exists. Access onto the A4 has been blocked by a barrier. And a number plate recognition camera identifies any cars that attempt to drive around the barrier, who are then given a penalty fine by the council. The barrier is one of several measures introduced in South Chiswick to reduce car traffic. The aim? To create quieter roads that would encourage an increase in active travel, such as cycling and walking. You can see from the original alignment of the road that traffic used to pass straight along this section of Staveley Road, providing a diagonal shortcut for cars transferring from the A316 to the A4. Today, a diagonal section of pavement forces cars to change course away from their intended route, and now only bicycles and pedestrians can travel the full length of the road. Wellesley Road once led straight onto the South Circular, but today the junction has been closed, and in its place sits the start of the western section of Cycleway 9, a cycle route that will eventually run all the way out to Hounslow in West London. The road behind the junction, once a small highway in its own right, is now mainly used by the residents who live on the road. It now provides cyclists with a quiet passage that connects the western section of Cycleway 9 to its eastern section on Chiswick High Road, which runs all the way to Kensington Olympia. To understand how the measures work, let's follow cars heading north along the A316, hoping to join the westbound A4. Historically, the cars would cut through South Chiswick's residential streets to join the A4 further west, rather than heading north to the Hogarth roundabout, where the two routes intersect. But their first cut-through opportunity, Hartington Road, is blocked by a residents-only access restriction. Further north, more access restrictions at the eastern end of Staveley Road prevent another left turn during rush hour. At the last cut-through opportunity, the junction with Burlington Lane, access onto the road from the A316 has been blocked completely, leaving the cars with no choice but to drive north to Hogarth roundabout and join the A4 there. Since the scheme was introduced in 2020, traffic numbers have gone down, and families cycling to and from school are now a common sight. But the scheme carries with it significant controversy. A lack of traffic data available before the pandemic makes it hard to prove that the traffic measures are behind the reduction in car numbers, and not the increase in remote working. And what makes it harder for commuters to drive through the neighbourhood also makes it harder for the residents of South Chiswick to drive around the neighbourhood that they call home.